Hello there, my name is Spirit Star, and in today's episode, I'll be discussing a theory about One Punch Man's power. Okay, let's get this party started. So, I was I was watching One Punch Man today in English, and I was thinking, what is the reason behind Saitama's power? And I started thinking. So, basically, my theory is that Saitama's power comes. I I think basically Saitama's power basically comes that he could manipulate particles, and with those particles he could manipulate the air around him, like everything around him. So whenever he punches something, he manipulates the basically the particles of that thing. Like for example, he's punching through a wall. He manipulates the particles of that wall and kind of dissolves it basically. So whenever Saitama would use his serious punch, he would use the the particles, the atoms around his fist, and basically accelerate them, thus making an effect on the air or whatever it is he's fighting against. So whenever he would punch something, the molecules around his fist and around the air and whatever it is he's punching kind of dissolves into some kind of air particle thing. So yeah, um, as for as for the storyline of Saitama, we don't really know where he gets his power from, but my theory basically is what I said. Basically he manipulates the particles around his fist, therefore he distorts kind of whatever it is he's hitting. For example, um as for the anime, I saw the last episode where he fought against Boros and he practically killed the guy. So yeah, I can't wait for season 2 of One Punch Man. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, that's basically my theory. Maybe there's other reasons behind his power, you know. Um, as for me, yeah, I think it's particle manipulation. Because if you watch the whole anime in English, it makes you start thinking maybe the reason behind his power is that he's trained so hard that he can manipulate the particles around him. Because it takes years and years and years and years of practice within his universe to manipulate particles, or maybe there's a different reason behind his power. Maybe he's just overly powerful. And but if you think about it, maybe yeah, he manipulates the particles around his fist. Therefore, whenever the particles of his fist touch something, they interact with those particles, and particles of his fist basically distort it, kind of break it apart. Because if you think of it on a scientific level, yeah, that's the only reason that something like that could happen. You basically manipulate the particles to maybe heat up and kind of expand or something. So yeah, the reason behind that is um yeah, maybe particle acceleration, and he uses that to his advantage when punching whatever it is he's punching. For example, he's fighting against a huge monster. Maybe he manipulates particles around that monster as well, thus distorting and breaking whatever it is he's punching. So yeah, um, pretty soon I'll be doing comics, but I still need my voice actors. I'll be making two comics, one being a comedy and the other one being more of a um something along the lines of like uh it'll be comedy, but it'll be some a different type of comedy. So yeah, um, as for me, I'm doing great. Same old. Uh, that does it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.